Hello everybody, this is Catherine Colas here from Simplyhormones. Welcome to the next of our interviews where I am talking to industry experts, and that might be involved in business ideas, or it may be something to do with menopause, or both. And today I'm talking to Su Copeland of Priddey Marketing. And Sue is involved with marketing strategy for all sizes of businesses, particularly in the science and engineering fields. And during this COVID-19 epidemic, which we've all been hit like a train crash, and we're all trying to find ways of coping with it, dealing with it, and making sure our businesses are running efficiently, Sue is now going to help us do that. She helps business leaders how to cope during this lockdown and post-lockdown. And after all, it's never been a better time to plan. So over to you, Sue. Give us some hot tips for what we can do next.
Thank you, Catherine. Yeah, you're right. It's a great time once businesses have dealt with the initial issues around making sure that the business is stable, and that employees are looked after, and clients is what do we do next? And there are quite a few business leaders who have a whole stack of things in their heads that they would like to have done, haven't had time to do before, and they are now turning their attention to dealing with those. So maybe it's updating the website, or it's coming up with a proper social media strategy, or really thinking about where are we going as a business, and creating opportunities for the team to be doing research, to be upskilling. But a lot of it is new territory, particularly those in corporate where maybe they're not used to working from home, certainly not used to working from home with the kids in the background. And you know, how do you make good use of the time so you're feeling productive, in control, and in a lot of areas learning new skills that we've really not had the time or the energy to do before.
Yeah, so that's valid actually, because that's exactly what I've been doing myself, and a whole load of new things have been coming out of it. There's you have light bulb moments that you hadn't thought of, or may not even have thought of before if you were in your general everyday setting. Has that been the same for you? What have you been finding?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people out there who are getting on with doing. And so part of my role is to challenge and say, well, why are you doing that?
Yeah.
And thinking about where people are now. So, gosh, we've all been bombarded with COVID-19 messages. And I don't know about you, Catherine, but some of them I felt were genuine. Some of them I felt were a bit self-serving, maybe. Some of them I thought, gosh, are you aware of what's going on? Because they came out at exactly the wrong time and didn't mention COVID-19. And so there's thinking about how you project yourself onto the marketplace when everybody's in this position is critical. And then thinking about what do we do in order to be ready for when the market has an upturn. And it's there's a lot of really good stuff and tips out there that people are upskilling in, just learning how to use Zoom and Skype and Microsoft Teams, all of these. I mean, we were talking earlier, weren't we, about breakout rooms in Zoom and how networking has changed.
Yes.
Particularly for micro businesses, actually, who have, you know, they're not used to not being able to meet people out in you know, their local environment.
Yeah. And how to make sure to ensure that your staff feel included, that because they're now distance working, that they are still part of the team and very much involved. It's about keeping up that rapport, isn't it?
It is, and I run a network of professional advisors who specialise in working with scientists and engineers. And for example, the leadership coach, one of the leadership coaches in the group, is saying, well, I'm putting together a webinar on mental resilience, leader, and also how to manage remote teams.
Yes.
So keep the morale up,
Yes.
and keep them feeling like they're productive.
Oh, stop. I didn't put silence on my phone, did I?
Oh God, I better do mine as well.
Oh, it was on silent. It was, but that.
I don't understand how sometimes they could do that when they shouldn't.
I'll see if I can edit that bit out. So, or I might just leave it in as an outtake. But yes, that's good advice you were giving there about learning how to cope distance working, and retain morale and keep people engaged. I think that's what I've been noticing myself, and some of the emails and different things that I've been getting have just been a blanket. During COVID-19, we are X, Y, Z, and we're fully supporting you. And you think, really? A whole page of words that doesn't really give you any confidence or give you anything that says, they just say, contact us if you need us, instead of perhaps putting something in there. This is what we're doing, join in. I think
I think it's the initial panic is one can understand people's reaction, but what's missing on a lot of them is how we can help you now.
Yes.
Yeah. And one of the things is people's daily lives, the structures, the schedules, they've all been thrown up in the air. Yes. So how can we help with that, and with a changing environment? And in actual fact, there are very few businesses that can't be doing something productive at this time. Yeah. And it is really about the mindset of the leader. And I think,
yes,
if I'm thinking as well from the perspective of menopause, having the right mindset is critical, and recognizing what's going on and how it's affecting you. And I mean, I until now I didn't need a daily walk. Now I really value that daily walk.
Yes.
And of course, that's one of the best things you can be doing to protect
yes.
your mental health.
Yes, for mind and body. Yes,
mind and body. Yeah.
And I think another key point about learning how to work from home is to, if you're using a timer, is to make sure that when the time's up, nobody else can hear it. A valid lesson. I think that's brilliant. So I think on that note, that we will close this interview for now. I think we've got some good stuff in there, Sue, and I'm sure we'll be coming back to you to get some more. Thank you for your time now.
Thank you, Catherine.